Hello, beautiful bees. I hope everybody had a beautiful weekend. As we're reaching the end, and again, if you are falling on this message at any time, it could be because there will be a message that you need to hear. But I'm going to be doing a spread for the week ahead because for me it's Sunday night right now, and that means we're going to talk about the next 7 days or so. So, should you fall on this message, like I said, there could be something you need to hear. Apologies if I repeated myself. I had a tea earlier, and the message was the purpose of life is to know yourself, love yourself, trust yourself, and be yourself. So I love that because this is just about you being truly yourself. Okay, so let's see which divine energy is going to be with us in the week to come. S'il vous plaît, les anges, les guides. Nos anges, nos guides. Oopsie, that jumped up really quickly. We have two. Horse. I have never seen that card before. It's very Egyptian-like. It's cosmic. It has a keyword of cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So we are, again, talking about changes. It's funny, I had a conversation with my mother earlier today where we were both talking about that. She's in France. I'm here in the United States. We are both watching we don't necessarily like the same people, but we both listen to a different tarot reader or oracle reader. And whether I'm doing the reading or hearing readings or my mother hearing some, everybody's talking about changes. It's like to the point where, okay, everything is changing, but what is changing? Okay, maybe we don't necessarily want to see too much about changes, but this is definitely this is an energy that's been going on. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful to me. That talks definitely about manifestation and being conscientious of what we say and what we think and what we feel. Okay, so this is a reminder about your thoughts being magnetic and powerful. So it's also the law of attraction. Watch out for negative emotion, negative feeling, negative thoughts. Do not let yourself being pulled by those, because this is what you will attract. So as much as possible, just trust in yourself and your capability and your abilities and the love that you have, and as much as possible focus on attracting that, okay, on attracting good things and good thoughts and good feelings and good people and good energies, because this is very powerful. It's very easy to fall into despair once we start, so it's a little harder to keep it positive, but once you start being positive and smiling, and it just you'll be pulled that way, and that's what you'll attract to you. I like how there is feminine and divine and masculine energy in this picture as well. There is I think of Pharaoh, so we have the power of the emperor, so to speak. We have the divine with the round circle around the head. We have the animal energy as well on this card. The feminine energy I was thinking because of the breast. We have the eye in the middle, the eye of Osiris, like the eye to the future. The beak kind of makes me think also something like to keep your... It's interesting. I see the thing around the beak as something to make him stop from talking. And as I'm looking at this picture in the camera, I'm seeing an old man, so like the hermit. So maybe it's a feeling of loneliness for someone. But we're talking about miraculous changes. This feels quite complete here, this picture. Anyway, that's all that wants to come out. And oh, look at this gorgeous picture. Look at the light. Look at the energy, the wisdom, the trust, the feeling of well-being, of health. Look at this energy like glowing around the visage of this person. This is Jewel Cool, saying Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So that really goes back to what I was talking, that this card was talking about with the thoughts that are magnetic and powerful. And for those of us that are going through difficult times, I say that to my friends or even my family, my own daughter that's ridden with anxiety. The only way to move forward is to do one step at a time, focus on one thing at a time. We get overwhelmed when we have so many things to take care of. We have to take care of everything, obviously, but we can only do so one thing at a time. So these are really interesting and powerful messages already for the week to come. Good luck to us all with that. Okay, let's see what energy we are going to get with the wisdom of the oracle. S'il vous plaît, les anges, les guides. What energy is going to be with us in the coming week? That jumped out. 2 cards again. I get, you guys, I want to do like quickly messages, and it's always time for a nap. Yes, time for a nap, time for resting. Look at how lovely this is, how we have the fox in the middle of the moon resting. So, again, when we, I'm saying again because it's not the first time I have and at the bottom of the deck, by the book, some of you may need to go watch the readings that I did, the previous reading that I did. It was a card that was important in the previous reading. So, usually when I see the fox, I don't like it. But because we have time for a nap here, and we have the fox in the moon, that tells me that makes me think of your cunning side. Try not to be over smart, just your intelligence, your ways of being cunning, your quote unquote smartassness. Keep it on the low. That's what it makes me feel like for this week. And Between Worlds. We haven't seen that card in a long time, but it's been coming. And look how that goes well with the miracle and the remembering that you are on a path from Jewel Cool, which I hope I'm saying that correctly, and the changes, how you go from dark to light. The change is coming, and we have number 3 telling me about the Trinity, obviously, and about teamwork and doing things together. For some of us, there could be a third person that could be a little too much. That's probably why you are reminded to just take a nap and just wait for things to let things happen. Look at how you have stars and like the moon. We do see it sometimes in the day sky, but that also makes me feel like you may feel like you are in the darkness. You may feel like anxious. You may feel overwhelmed. It's time for you to just let go, take it easy. Look at how also the fox is taking a nap. That makes me think of play like a fox. I think that's the term that my aunt would say. Play like a fox. I can't remember exactly the saying. But basically, how foxes are like, they come out at night, they are quiet, they are cunning, they are smart, they prendre la hauteur. This tells me like, look at things from a higher perspective. Take a perspective, back up, and just take a nap and let things happen. They will happen. Take your nap, and when you wake up, it will be the way you need it to be. You have hope with all these stars. You have spirit looking on you as you are taking the nap. Trust that everything is happening in your favor. just be quiet, keep looking. You are going from the dark to the light. This is quite the week, and I'm running out of room. I'm gonna leave this one here, and I'm going to put Between Worlds over here. Okay, so now let's see what the week ahead is going to be about with the Tarot of the Mermaid. S'il vous plaît, les anges. There is a lot going on in everybody's heads over here and hearts. But trust that things are moving your way. It's interesting that we have the flamingo again. I think we had the flamingo in the previous reading. So, Lila B, Maria, you may recognize yourself in this because this is making me think of you, this one too. I mean, the energies are still here. Okay, so let's do a cut and let's see what the essence of this week is going to be, shall we? The Nine of Swords. Okay, so I was talking about, you know, taking one thing at a time and how, like, you know, your thoughts, be careful, don't be so negative. With the Nine of Swords, we definitely have mental anguish. Look at how lonely you may feel, isolated, like she's holding her head, like too much thinking. With the mermaid at the bottom of the hill here, making, and see how he's covering his head, like he does not want to hear the mermaid singing, like, you know how they say, that makes me think of how the mermaid would attract the sailors and then they would just, you know, hit the rocks and they would all die. And in the mermaid lore, or in the sailors lores anyways, so that's the feeling of despair. Okay, the essence of this week. So if this week is difficult, just remember to just look at things. Don't even look at things from a higher perspective. Take yourself away from the negative energies and just go isolate yourself to get that energy back that you need for your happiness, because you are going towards the light. Okay, do keep that in mind. What perspective would serve you most this week? Look at that. Wasn't I just telling you to just take away, you know, like look at things from a higher perspective? The perspective that would serve you the most is to see the light. Look at the world, how pretty it is. Just as much as possible, be happy. And Pentacles is related to money, but look at the rainbow and the expression of joy on that child. So what I'm seeing with this card is pure happiness, pure trust, is coin in the hand, is blessing. You have the fairies. There is just pure joy in this card. And we were talking about, I think this one, miraculous changes are occurring. That's exactly what this looks like. So that tells me that the perspective that would serve you best this week is to trust that it's coming. It's to trust that what you need financially is coming. It's to remember that the rainbow appears after the storm, is that divine protection energy. It's that this is what's going to help you this week. Get out of that despair, remembering that you are protected, that you have all this beautiful light around you, inside you. That's also calling for your inner child. So remember that child that's in your heart, that's inside of you, and bring it out as much as possible. Be playful. That coin to me is more reminding me of like it's like a child running out of the home with its ball, with his ball, to go play outside after the rain. Even with the little sparkles here, that makes me think of like drops of water. So that joy is inside of you. Go put it out, if that makes any sense. Something to embrace and make time for, s'il vous plaît. I have never seen this card. It's absolutely beautiful. And notice also how there is no, even there is a tail here, but I was like, there is nothing really mermaidian in this because there is clothes. I had not even noticed that there was a tail. I had to look for it. I was about to say, like, look at that. There is nothing mermaidian in this card. It's like it's jumping out of the water, jumping, you know, of joy, and you have the I'm thinking of like the air energy, air and water energy, but the water just because of the rainbow. So I'm thinking of it like the light energy, okay? So there's something to embrace and make time for. Knight of Sword. Knight of Sword. Knight of Sword. Something to embrace and make time for. So look at how this Knight of Sword is roaring out of the water with his sword in the light in a fight stance, like ready to, not to strike, but ready to defend. So something to embrace and make time for. Something to embrace and make time for. So with the sword, we are in the energy of the mental. The Knight of Sword, tranchant is what, cutting, but not a bad cutting energy. He looks like he's on the offensive and defensive at the same time, but ready for whatever is coming at him. I want to grab the book to see what it has to say, okay, if you all will permit me, because we don't, these are definite newer energies to me. We don't deal, the knights don't come very often in the readings I've been making. It's not a card I deal with a lot, so aside from the fact that it's a younger energy, it's quick. You have the notion of speed with this one. Something to embrace and make time for. Knight of Swords. Ideas come and ideas go. The ones that stick around do so for a reason. These ideas are ready to make a commitment and are asking you to do the same. They want you to play your part and honor your role in the co-creation process. Interesting, considering he's alone that night. And I like the idea of the co-creation. And we had the numbers 3. Remember, I was talking to you about teamwork. Our young knight understands this level of commitment. For every day, she must show up and train, following through, showing up even when you don't want to, and understanding that sometimes what you co-create has little or nothing to do with you personally is true commitment. The Knight of Swords' purpose is to serve her kingdom to the best of her ability. This is why she must continue to focus, clear her mind of distractions, and commit to her process. So that's definitely talk about commitment to whatever. Maybe you had an idea at the time of, you know, at the start of the week, and we want you to keep going with it. But it is really focusing on the co-working, co-creation, you know, on the team thing here. If the Knight of Swords has shown up in your reading, remembering that this is that you need to embrace and make time for, this makes me think that you need to make time for your family, your projects that you have. When she shows up, you are being asked to commit to an idea. This is not just an idea, this is not just any idea, but one that will move you closer to your purpose or life's dream. You must be willing to give this idea your full and clear mind and be willing to work with it each and every day, as only this level of commitment will earn you the results you require. Okay, so That definitely feels like, look at this picture. I mean, this one's bigger. It's absolutely gorgeous. Follow through with your ID. Cut through anything that's stopping you from following through with that. Just, it's like you have a goal, keep going. It's interesting how that comes after this despair here. If this is that despair, which is your essence, and we are asking you to keep the joyous perspective and to keep with this idea, keep a clear mind, which is difficult when you have such negative energy, such strong despair energy. If you remember this is interesting that this came too with the purpose of your life, which is to know yourself, love yourself, trust yourself, and be yourself. So this goes well with what the message is here as well. Interesting. Number 4 is something to minimize and relax around. What is to minimize and relax around? The Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is when we have this, when we realize that there is nothing else to do and we want to leave. We have tried everything and we are so desperate. And look out, there is a lot of sword in this week. With that notion of despair, we probably just want to leave. Give it a second. Step back again. Take that nap. Just look at things. Look at things from a bigger picture. Take a higher perspective. Look at the whole ensemble of things. Look at how your decision may affect different people, different energies, different places. You know, look at the repercussions. The Six of Swords is when, in this case, someone says, let's say you want to leave. You are tired of the situation and you want to go. In any other deck that I know anyways, you know, you see the family leaving as a new resolution and they have hope. But they're leaving on something that looks safe. This one looks a little bit out of control. So look at this. It's like he has a hard time. I mean, it kind of looks like he's having fun, but this doesn't look safe. It's you know, it's slippery. It's a slippery slope. So the idea of leaving right now is not. This is not the right time. Just hold on. Keep that for later. This is not it's funny because this idea, the idea of co-creating, of co-doing something, you know, doing something with someone as a person is what you need to focus on. This is what's to embrace and what you need to make time for. This, you'll notice that he's living alone, or he's having fun alone. This is what you kind of have to put aside for this week. Message from the guide to keep with you this week, s'il vous plaît. S'il vous plaît, les anges. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, that, and it's interesting that it's falling right under this thing of co-creation. And we have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The Queen of Cups is whatchamacallit? She's emotional, but in this case, she has not control of her emotions, but she has. I'm thinking of, you know, when you in if you have seen Frozen, when what's her name, the sister, not Elsa, her sister, I can't think of her name right now. When she is meeting the guy that's going to help her for the first time, and she's at that store, and the sales guy the big guy from the, I can't, shoot, I'm not having my words, but he's handing her a little gift after all the stuff like that. He says, big summer blowout, and he has all these things, and he says, oh, I'm going to add these things for good feelings. That's what she makes me think of, like good feelings, but I'm picturing him like that happiness and pure heart, and but don't mess with me type person, but still a lovely person. That's what I'm getting out of this card, and I'm expressing very badly. But the Eight of Pentacles is everybody working together to build something. It's mastering. It's master and student. It's creating something, and look at how everybody is working together. And what's interesting in this card is that you have the Pentacles, you have the woods for the wands, you have the air energies with the butterflies and the fairies and the bird. You have the water with the frog. So it really shows all the elements, and I'm picturing the whole family working. Here is a fox again. Yeah, it is a fox. And with a butterfly, is it? You know what? It's a fairy. I was thinking of a butterfly, which, would, if I said butterfly, it's because we have this energy of change again. But beautiful change and building something together. It looks like I don't know what she's carrying. Oh, she's carrying an otter. I thought it was a baby. But even the frog is helping. So there is help in more things that you are expecting, and there is growth for everyone. You may learn something in that co-work, co-creation here. That's quite the week. I'm a little overwhelmed myself with all the energies coming in this week here. But keep that inner child energy. That's a strong thing to do this week. Avoid losing yourself into despair and wanting to go, wanting to run away. This is not what needs to be done here. You need to develop that co-creation, that working together on a team. This is with the team, at home or at work. However this is going to make sense to you. But there is many different type of people, many, more than one, working together to build something quite beautiful here. Okay, let's get a quick message from Salt and Sea Energy Oracle, because I'd like to get ready for my week myself. S'il vous plaît. We'll see if we can get the jellyfish again, but it just felt like this didn't feel like a message, more like a misshuffling. S'il vous plaît, les anges, les guides. Ah, we had I noticed the sailboat. Okay, 2 cards again. Is this 2? No, that's too many. Okay. Here we go. Conch shell. That one comes out a lot lately. It talks about messages from beyond and communication. So trust your intuition, trust yourself, as this message was saying, but also communicate, work together. This seems to be not just about you. Bring that out and work together. Listen, octopus. It's interesting because this one says, keep to yourself, be discreet. I'm thinking of that overwhelming with all the arms, like trying to do something. So when you This is at the bottom of the deck, so this is an extra thing. And the keep to yourself, be discreet, takes me back to that needed to take a nap when don't go into difficult communication. Keep the communication maybe so you can hear these messages from the beyond. Keep that communication with the universe, with your intuition, but be discreet. It's not the time to run away. It's not the time to get into great discussion. This is a time to work together towards a common goal. That's what I'm feeling here for this week. Message de Maman Marie, s'il vous plaît. Maman Marie, message for this week for the little bees. Whoa. It's difficult. Okay, let's take that one. Our Lady of Divine Direction. I think that one came before. Being guided, you know, for that miracle change, for taking that step at a time, for going from darkness to the light. The quickest way to a destination, like this guy, like trying to run and lose control. The quickest way to a destination is not always the most obvious or direct route. Obstacles can help build trust, determination, self-belief, and courage. However, when those qualities are sufficiently developed within one's heart, it is more efficient and joyful to make swifter progress on the path, sidestepping obstructions altogether. Let go of how you think things need to happen. Place your trust in Our Lady's direction. She is guiding you in the right path anyways. This was a nice reminder, and let's go with... since we have, since technically we have a little bit of time, I wanted to make this message short and lots of cards jumped out. Truth. The best way through the current situation is just to speak the truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel. This is the best way to go, by the way. Express what you feel. You don't have to express yourself in a rude manner or angry manner. You can just say how you feel. Healing angel without anger. Most of the time that's how you reach the person. Healing angel. At this very moment you are being bathed in gold, pink and deep green light. Accept this healing. We, your angels, surround you with wings of love. You are eternally free, eternally fresh, and eternally abundant. Abundance goes back with that. And I was telling you, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Just remember how free, fresh, and abundant you are. And how the abundance is coming to you. The abundance of love, freedom, wealth. S'il vous plaît, les anges. 2. Okay, I'll take those 2. And like we have the birds with good divine messages and communication. Then thank you notes. They mean more than you realize. And the open arms, the open hands towards the sun and the universe, the trust. Go ahead and brag. Be someone's biggest fan. You will both feel amazing. I'm grateful for you guys. I am hoping you have a beautiful week because there is a lot going on. Just remember to trust and to love yourself and send love out, and your week will be easier. I'm sending you lots of love and hope. Again, you have an awesome week. Bye-bye.